Afternoon guys, just a quick update to show you where I've got with van. I was going to do this video last weekend, but it was windy as hell, blowing a gale around South Yorkshire last Sunday. But I wasn't doing much anyway. I was only just doing a bit of wiring and finishing my units off. I've got all that done and dusted now. I'll give a quick glance at what story is so far. I've got all my wiring in. I always isolate, I've mentioned this before, I always isolate my diesel heater, because if you leave them switched on permanently, these displays, they go dim, so I always isolate mine. I've got my 13.7 volts for my VW battery. That's my leisure battery. 13.7. They're not the same because they've both been charged same off at leisure battery, off at solar panel, should I say. I've got my 12 volt cigarette style lighter, and that's my USBs. That's my switch for USBs. What are they? I can't see where. 5 volt, a 1 amp and a 2.1 amp. There. So yeah, that's all that sorted. Got me, there's no water in at the moment, but yeah, these cupboards, bottom cupboard, that's my water cupboard with me pumping. I've got my wastewater catcher and my fresh water. This one's me go on then. The gas bottle, that's got a gas drop vent in bottom. Tiny little cabinet there for my 907. Put my sticker on to say that that's what that's got in. This is my biggest cupboard. This will probably be for sleeping bags and all that carry on. I've got my 12 volt doings and my 240 thing there. That's biggest at cupboards. This one's all electrical gubbins again. I've got the same carry on as I did on that Renault Traffic. I've got my 240 volt distribution board with mini MCBs, mini circuit breakers. That's my MPPT from my solar panel. I've got my split charger there. I've got my fuse box. That's one of them fuse boxes. What if a fuse goes out, it lights up red to tell you which one it is. Leisure battery. All pretty straightforward. These are my two top cupboards. I'm going to split this into two. Not made my mind up yet which way I'm going to go. If I'm going to split it in half that way or in half that way. At the moment my mind's going in putting a shelf across, so it's got a top and a bottom rather than a left and a right. But yeah, but there you go, painted in silver. As I said, my colour scheme were going to be silver and orange. I said my upholstery's supposed to be coming back today, and I told my upholsterer, well, I got hold of upholstery myself. I got it in Golf GTI tartan from Mark 1 Golfs, but instead of having a red stripe, which the Mark 1 Golf GTI did, I've gone for Mark 1 Golf GTI checked trim with an orange stripe. And when I sent my sponge off to upholsterer and material, and I says, right, I want this doing and I want orange piping, he nearly had a heart attack. He says, you want to do what? Scotch plaid and orange? He says, it's not going to work. But he phoned me up the other day to tell me it were done and they were bringing it, and he says it's come out. He couldn't believe how well it looked. He says it looks absolutely fabulous. He says, I never thought this would have worked in a million years. He says, but it looks great. But yeah, that's hopefully coming today, perhaps this weekend sometime. What have I got left to do? like I say, I've got that shelf to put in there. I think I'm going to put a little shelf in here. I think I'm going to put a little shelf in there with a knife and fork drawer on in there. I've got my bed to make up. Yeah, I'm sorry having upholstery here. I've no bed to put it on yet, but I'm halfway through that, to be honest with you, and it's coming on all right. I might get a quick glimpse of that in a minute. Somebody asked me what this were on my vinyl flooring. All that is masking tape. It's masking tape, and it goes all the way down the middle of my van. That's so when I'm doing my measuring, because it's hard to measure from one side of the van to other. Because it's shape of van, it's obviously they're not level at sides. It's hard to judge where you measure from. So I just put this tape all the way down, absolute dead centre at van, and then I can do my measurings from both sides, and I know where I stand. Yeah, I've got my lights in. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but I've put another one of them dimmable switches in. I absolutely love these. I think they're great for money. And yeah, you can dim them, brighten them, on, off. Fabulous little switch. Yep. So I think that's about it for now. What else can I tell you? Other thing I've got to do is I've got to get a blind sorted out for that back window. I've got my cab dividing blind here. I've got my blind on that window and my blind for that window. I just need something. I've got to cobble one up for that back window. So that's it, really. I were hoping to have this done for last weekend when all campsites opened, but I did my bit to help local economy. I had a tooth out, I had my hair cut, and I got drunk for a couple of days, so I've helped local economy. Now it's knuckle down and get this van finished. So yeah, get this bed sorted, back window blind, upholstery's due back this weekend, so weather permitting, this should be done this weekend. So hopefully, if it is, I'd like to get a video out, my final video to this series. I'd like to get it out Sunday night. I think this is video 8, but to be honest with you, I've lost plot altogether. I've lost track of where I am. But I'm going to call this one video 8, and video 9 will probably be lasting. Oh, I forgot to mention, they're my 240s, and when you're hooked up on site, you've got 240 there, and you're going to have your USBs as well. I'm also in back of this bed toilet, in back of bench seat when it's here. I'm going to have a couple of more 240s, exactly the same switch gear as that, and some 12 volt. Because this is a bit longer than traffic, I'm going to have a door in end which opens that way, and my porta potty is going to slide out here. Right, it's just started raining again for a change, so yeah, that's where we are with this video for now. I'm sorry it's been a long time coming, but things get in the way, don't they? But yeah, hopefully Sunday night, weather permitting, this van should be done, and I should have final video out for this van, providing I get my upholstery back. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks to all my new subscribers. One other thing I must add, I try and answer anybody who leaves me a comment or asks me a question. I try and answer everybody, but for some reason I've not been getting notifications that people have been leaving messages on YouTube. So it were only the other day, I'll have answered a few people and they'll have thought, well, it's a bit late. But I was just scrolling through some of my old videos the other day, and I've got all these questions what people had asked, and I don't want to seem rude by not answering, but hopefully when weather's bad, I'll try and catch up with you all and answer all your questions, and yeah, appreciate it all. So yeah, my subscriptions is creeping up nicely. I would really appreciate if you could give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, either. I know it gets a bit long in tooth hearing that every video, but it really does help. So anyway, that's where we are for now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully see you Sunday night.